So really, all I'm doing is taking a piece of clay, and it depends on how big I want my object to be, but this is going to be a pear. So you start shaping it like a pear. You know what I mean? You start looking at it and playing with it, getting all the lines out that you don't want them to show.
The little creases and stuff.
Yeah, and so you start shaping it like a pear. And you play with it a little bit, you know. And then you want to start giving it a little bit of definition. So there is the top right there, and then you want to do the bottom. I usually try to do the bottom last, but it's basically making a little bottom like that, you know. And pears are not, you know, so I like to have like a little markings here and there, you know. Sometimes I just do it myself.
Yeah.
And then soft, very, very soft.
I want to show the detail here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's very soft. Oh my gosh, but the color looks so fantastic.
It's a choice of your taste again in pears, your taste in color. If you look at a regular pear, I'll show you one out there in the kitchen. Every one of them is different, you know.
So then, let me get this back in focus. So then you bake it, right?
I'm going to bake it for probably 5-10 minutes, depending. Okay. I try to bake it based on what the clay has. You can. I tend to bake it in stages.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now, what I want to do though is I want to make sure that I have a hole for the stem. So I take a little needle-like and just stick it in there and just sort of slightly. So now I'll have a hole in there for the stem.
Right, because you got to think ahead to that.
Yeah.
That you're gonna need
and then you want to make sure it stands. And there, so it's cool. Standing there. So fine. A lot of people bake in foil, but I don't like it because it shines it.
Oh.
So I tend to use baking sheets.
Like parchment paper?
Parchment paper, yeah. So we just stick it in there. And that's a very fast one, so it's not.
Okay, and I'm gonna get some. Oh my gosh, the grapes. Okay, you're gonna have to show us your grapes.
Absolutely. I just this weekend I was working on fruit tarts. So here
oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so that became my project this
The
weekend.
kiwi.
And then I
I'm
made-
gonna set it down here.
I made, I try to protect them, but I made grapes, a basket of grapes. See?
And you rolled every individual.
Every single grape. It took me 2 days because I
Do
had
you
to
have
roll.
that bag of grapes? I remember you showed me
still have
the
grapes,
bag of
yeah.
grapes.
I still
We're
have
gonna
some
have
left
to show.
over.
Okay.
Here, let's do this. I'll tell you what, so you can film them correctly. I don't want to stain these.
Oh my goodness.
And white, I don't like getting it dirty. As you can see, I've got all these, you know. Let's move this because things roll off real easily. I use that to cut, but you can see. Those are grapes. These are the grapes.
Hand-rolled grapes.
These are hand-rolled grapes. There we
Oh
go.
my
They're different
goodness.
colors. There's about
Yes.
three different colors of green. And you basically, what I did is I took some translucent, mostly translucent, a little bit of white, and I picked up some green here. Picked up some green, and I just to use it as a hue. So I've made several little balls of different green. And then I rolled the balls super thin.
Yeah.
Super, super thin. And then you just cut them at exactly the same size. You cut them and then you roll them and shape them what you would say a grape would be like. I even have some that sort of look like they're getting bad.
Yes.
And that was by accident because the heat was a little too much for them inside the
But
toaster.
it works out perfect though.
Yeah, and they shine themselves, basically.
Wow.
The more
So
they-
you use the foil for that? Or
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
I sort of rub them clean with, to keep them shiny, and translucent has a shiny effect.
Oh,
So it gives it a little bit of a sheen.
that's cool. That's so fantastic.
It's big, fresh
A
cucumbers.
cucumber.
See?
Oh, that's so good.
And then
So the detail on those, you have to go.
I do have to make canes. In order for you to do a cucumber, you have to mix different colors. And then
Right? Because you got to work from the inside
out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Almost like those candy makers.
Yeah, you work from the
Where
inside
they make
out.
the little design
Yeah.
from the inside. Oh, the Cheerios with the banana.
Yeah.
Now the banana has a lot of bruising and everything naturally. I love that.
Yeah, the bananas are really, really easy. They're the hardest for me to make, the
Okay.
bananas, because of my clay. I started to make pancakes and waffles the other day.
Yes.
You see
Oh,
that?
that looks delicious. Oh, look at that. The kiwi.
Yeah.
Oh, the tart. Oh my goodness. Now here's some finished pears. That's what those
Yeah, those are going to
pear is
end up
gonna look
looking
like. The lemon bars.
Yeah.
Banana splits. Uh-oh, Christmas cookies.
Yes. I got
Sneak
some
peek.
cookies.
Sneak peek.
Yeah. And then of course, you've seen, I don't know if you've seen the Thanksgiving plates that I started to make.
Yes. I remember you making the turkey leg. That
Mhm.
was an amazing process. How
And
long?
yes.
That's a much longer process, right?
That took a while because I had to figure out how to make sure that the glaze looked like it had been roasted. I had to make the bones first. It actually has a
Yes.
bone. And then I actually use white and dark in case I wanted to slice it. I wanted it to show the different tones of a leg.
Yeah,
Because it's
yeah.
definitely dark meat, but it still has white. And these took a while to decide how to make the little string beans.
Those are so cute with this little seed.
The easiest one was the mashed potatoes,
Ooh,
obviously.
Oh man. But even mashed potatoes, right? I mean, it's got to look like
Mashed
soft
potatoes.
and creamy.
Can't just be white clay.
Yeah.
No, it has to have a little.
It's got to look like
tiny
your
bit
mom
of-
plopped it on that
I know,
plate.
it does have to look like that. It really does. And cleaning out any leftover paint. didn't penetrate the clay. And as you rub it slightly, you know, you start seeing a natural shine to it.
Oh, okay.
And that way you don't have to.
Oh, yeah. It's more natural, right?
It's more natural looking.
Definitely. I don't like the shiny, super
I don't
shiny
either.
stuff. Yeah.
I
That's
like
what
it to
makes
look as real as possible.
Yeah, that's what makes
slightly
it.
shine.
It's more like a sheen.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
a little
like
sheen.
Yeah.
And then to seal it, I use this, which is a matte spray, and I seal it. I just spray it with it, and it seals the paint forever on the pear. And it turns out to look like this once I add a stem.
Right.
So basically, this is the pear.